Alright, so look, right. I can't say I'm not really allowed to disrespect Wack100, but sort of. Right? Yeah, I'm not really allowed to say certain things about Wack100 per se. Other people say them for me though. You know, shout out King Rob. In general, when you are in the being, when you are in the pan, you'll see why I say that in a second. It's not really frowned upon, but like almost like, oh, like people who really care about you tell you not to do it. They'll be like, no, stop doing that. You're gonna get yourself hurt. Like if motherfuckers in the pen really care about you, they'll tell you to stop. It's just calling anybody a snitch without no paperwork. Even if you are damn near sure this motherfucker, you watching his movements and you like, what else is he then? A fucking alien? Fucking Martian? What else is he? Fucking space cadet? You feel what I'm saying? You still not supposed to just go out and be like, yo, this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good look. It's an even worse look to just be going around calling anybody and their mother a snitch. That's even worse. Like, you go around a 90-person dorm calling, like, say you call, like, even, like, 13 to 14 people a snitch. The chances of one of them being the wrong one is extremely high. Not to mention, it just make you look bad even if nothing happened to you for it. It make you look bad. On top of that, between the Jay-Z, there was, I guess, something in Jay Prince book, some where they said that Jazz Prince ran down Jay-Z at the Ritz-Carlton because he discovered Drake and Jay-Z ain't give him his cut. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all might not understand this. Some of y'all from this new generation that don't understand matters of respect and whatnot. There's a reason I said, if I got motherfuckers to check in, right, and it generated some crazy money for literally doing like nothing, right, except just protecting some people, right? I would just off the strength. Now keep in mind, I would not do it every time. I would not make a regular thing of this. This is not something Jay Prince could even ask of me. But just out of respect for Jay Prince, and maybe even Trick too, I would send a percentage of that first big check to each one of them. Just out of respect. It's a matter of respect because I wouldn't have never thought of that if them motherfuckers ain't exist. You feel what I'm saying? So now I would be very clear and I would probably include a note or message with it that said, listen, don't expect this. This is a one-time thing. This is a gift because y'all showed me the way. You feel what I'm saying? So on top of that, it would come down to, when it come down to Jay-Z and Jazz Prince being like, yo, you should have looked out. I found Drake. Jay-Z should have fucking hit him off with something. Jay-Z should have paid something to just show he respected it and he understood it. That's what I would have done. If I went out finessed Drake I would have damn near hit them with $200K. I would have hit him with something six-figure. So, it don't matter, like, some people might not understand this, like I said. And this is why I respect Jay Prince, why I think a lot of people don't. Because it's a matter of respect. It's a matter of respect in a lot of these cases. And Jay-Z has a habit, let me tell you. Jay Prince says on me, he said he's the type of motherfucker who will, I forget how he said it, but basically a stronger version of kindness for weakness. Like, he'll easily more than mistake kindness for weakness. And, like, I've heard incidences of Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? He paid for some type of service or something. There's multiple incidences of this with the 40/40 Club where he paid for certain shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't pay for it. He said he was going to, like, some motherfuckers built tables for him and shit. He said he paid him. He act like because he Jay-Z, that's good enough. Like, that alone, the fact that you gave him something, the fact you got to give something to Jay-Z is payment in itself. That's how backwards Jay-Z can be. That's another motherfucker I would never work with, period. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't pay me to do that. And that's no disrespect, but that's just how he is.
Mandatory minimum. whatever you know, you did some telling. But I'm gonna tell you why I trip off these niggas. That's another big U guy. I put him with big U, big U.
Shout out to my Dons, man. Shout out to my Donettes. Shout out to everybody in the building because you guys know we are the best. And y'all should definitely know the rest. So with that being said, you guys, Jay Prince, you're allegedly running around. Now you're trying to get super tough after Wack and Offset and everybody that called you out. Now you're running around talking about you to press Jay-Z at the Ritz-Carlton. You know if Mr. Jay-Z hear about that, you will be up out of here, sir. So you need to watch your mouth, sir. In the world of hip-hop, Jay Prince and Jay-Z are two names that need no introduction. Both men have left an incredible mark on the industry, with Jay Prince being the founder of Houston-based record label Rap-A-Lot Records and Jay-Z being a legendary rapper and businessman. However, in recent years, the two have found themselves at odds, with Jay Prince publicly calling out Jay-Z for what he believes is disrespect towards him and his family. The feud between Jay Prince and Jay-Z began in 2018 when Jay Prince released a book titled The Art of Science of Respect. In the book, Jay Prince discussed his upbringing in Houston, his journey to success, and his experiences in the music industry. However, one of the characters of the book stood out in particular as Jay Prince used it to call out Jay-Z for his treatment of Jay Prince's son, Jazz Prince. You always trying to call somebody out about Jazz Prince. I watched Mr. Birdman take Drake from Jazz Prince, didn't pay you the money, and you told him to don't let karma beat him home. Last time I checked, Birdman has been at home 1 billion times. But y'all please hit the like button if that's about right. According to this Jay Prince, Jazz Prince was instrumental in discovering Drake and bringing him to the attention of Cash Money Records. However, when Drake's career began to take off, Jay-Z allegedly tried to I guess that's how they pronounce it, him away from Cash Money and cut Jazz Prince out of the picture. Jazz Prince was not happy about this, and he made his feelings known in his book. Well, listen here, you shouldn't have made your feelings known in a book. Trying to cut him out, and they owed him some money, and that was his discoverment, and they trying to cut him out of it. You should have been doing that on the streets. We don't want to hear about it in the book. Sounds about right, but y'all please hit the like button. Now, in the chapter, Jay Prince wrote, Jay-Z is a man who will rob you of your kindness if you let him. I learned the lesson firsthand when he tried to sign Drake without giving proper respect to Jay. And Mr. Wack100, this is about you right here, sir. Mr. Wack, you have got on social media, you have said Jeezy was a snitch. You said T.I. is a snitch. You said that Big U was a snitch. You said that Nipsey was a snitch. You said that who else? You said why Lucci was a snitch. You said that Jay Prince was a snitch, Junior's a snitch. You call everybody snitches, Wack, and it's all documented on social media. All these people you call snitches, but for some strange reason, when you got to Tekashi, and this guy really got people locked up and they in there, even though those guys did too, because you wouldn't be calling him a snitch. But this guy got all those Treyways locked up and all that, and you couldn't find nothing to say. Find nothing to say that Mr. Tekashi was a snitch, right? Okay, Mr. Wack. See, Mr. Wack, now let's get a little serious. Do you remember this? Do you remember this picture right here? That's you and Thug, right? That's you and Thug, right? Now, the strange thing about that, right, this picture was took a couple years before Thug was took to jail and things like that, right? Around about the time, a few years before Thug was took to jail, this is when you was just getting your little feet wet in the industry and things like that, right? Well, let me show you this here, Wack. This is why I say you got something to do with Thug case. You see this right here, Wack? Now, let's look at this, Wack. Now, let's read the post that you made that day. Wack100 going over nephews at Thugger Lyrics and informing him on how disrespectful he is with the pen. Ian said, Hmm, 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 hmm. Strange, you saying you're going over Thug's lyrics. Why are you going over his lyrics for someone? Why don't you just say that you was listening to his music or you was listening to Thug CD or whatever, however you may say. But you saying I'm going over Nephew's lyrics. That sounds like police, right? I'm going over Nephew's lyrics, right? Lyrics, right? And isn't that kind of crazy? I've been telling y'all that Thug is the poster boy for the lyrics, right? He was the poster boy for the elections, and this is what these lyrics and stuff they keep talking about, right? It's mighty strange. Thug's lyrics got him locked up, right? But listen to what Wack said: going over Nephew's lyrics and informing him on how disrespectful his pen is. Oh, I mean, how disrespectful he is with the pen. You see what I'm saying? Kind of strange that someone was informing somebody on how disrespectful Thug was with the pen.
Yeah, informing somebody on how disrespectful they was with they pen, and now they is in the pen. It's a little strange, Wack. I can't say much more than that, but King Rob gonna say most of that shit for me anyway, so it don't matter.
And then years later, Thug get locked up for being disrespectful with the pen, right? And then for some strange reason, this is when Thug became the poster boy for the lyrics.
Alright, side note, my boy Smiles tell me the other day, he like, what do you like? He asked me, like, yo, what do you like that's like on the radio? I said, I don't like shit that's on the radio. I said, I'm not even a Pusha T fan, but I guess like the newest current shit that I fuck with, that new Pusha T. That shit, I don't care if he never sold a gram of coke in his life. That is fire. Put like this, in terms of the music, I don't care. Him as a person, oh, if that's the case, he lost all respect. He can't be just like, yeah, and then never even touch that. But anyway, so that's what happened there with Wack and Jay Prince and all that shit. Personally, I can't really speak on it, so whenever I find someone else spoke on it, I try to put it out there because I do feel a certain way. People around me who also can't really say much feel a certain way. And it's almost like we didn't want to feel this way. It wasn't like this was something we went out our way to be like, yeah, like out the gate. No, out the gate, I was rooting for him. I was like, I see why he's, all in the mix and shit. I get it. I get like some people don't understand what he controls and why that's so important and shit. But I did, and I still do. Now, however, he's done a lot to detract from the original point he made, and that's where I'm like, anyways, I'm out this bitch, man.